This year was a year like no other. While everyone had a hard time getting through it, one community was hit even harder.
Being at home with COVID was being so lonely, and it really made me upset because this was the safest place that I could be in.
Alex especially needs a solid foundation, and with this COVID, everything sort of crumbled.
Having a child with special needs without COVID is already a very isolating experience. There's so much in society and life that you no longer or can't take part in.
Lockdown was challenging for everyone, but even more so for the special needs community. Friendship Circle saw how much the community was hurting and immediately launched virtual programming. They also made their building and playground available for private groups.
Every single week we had an entire lineup of programs for children who are isolated at home to be able to participate in on a continuous basis.
The online school and the Zoom activities and different things, he's transitioned pretty well to that.
His smile would broaden, his eyes would twinkle, his energy would increase.
As things started opening up, they pledged to relaunch in-person programming. It was hours and days of work deciphering reams of protocols, countless communications with the mayor's office, and an abundance of imagination until finally they did it.
We started exploring all possible venues and options to make in-person programming possible by putting together a formula where every family could come as an individual pod and sit at their own table, have the entertainment that they need, food pre-packed, music, shows.
Those things that our son was passionate about, going to shul, he has a job, or his swimming lessons, all those things had to stop.
I didn't take her anywhere because kids with autism, they touch everything.
Really whatever we could think of to bring the families and their children joy and friendship and camaraderie and the opportunity to be able to see people in a safe environment, we did it.
Even with all the fantastic things Friendship Circle was doing, kids were still falling through the cracks. Some of the kids weren't able to sit in front of a screen and participate in the virtual programs and were immunocompromised, therefore unable to join the in-person programming.
It was the times that she wants to be with someone. That was the difficult part because we had to entertain her and we had to figure out ways to keep her busy.
Friendship Circle quickly started thinking of ways to include everyone.
With COVID, we needed to come up with ways to reach every single kid where they were at. If they were isolated in their homes, if they were the kid that would only come to an outdoor program, we would start a program for that specific kid if we needed to.
With all the COVID restrictions in place, opportunities for the volunteers were limited. So as Friendship Circle increased programming for their students, they also increased programming for their volunteers.
These individuals were stuck at home. They were trying to learn on Zoom. They were even having questions about life, about God, and why this is happening. Their security was shaken. And it was really important to provide them higher quality programs with greater quantity. And that's why Wings and Wisdom for the volunteers became a weekly program.
I really missed coming to Friendship Circle and interacting with not only the kids but also the fellow volunteers. And during Corona, I didn't really get an opportunity to see my friends as much because I was very COVID conscious. So at Friendship Circle, it was really nice to see my friends in a way that I still felt safe and everything was done in such a safe manner.
We knew winter break was coming up, and we had to figure out a way to make winter camp work, despite all the restrictions and challenges COVID brought.
Right before camp, there was a new wave of COVID, and we really thought the camp was going to go bust. My staff kept on asking me, are we doing it, are we doing it? And I just kept on saying, we're going ahead, we're going ahead, we're going ahead, Hashem will help. That's it. We're going to jump over the obstacles, as we say in Yiddish, lechatchila river. And that's what we did. We opened up an 8-day camp. The trips were so unique. We never took a hike. Suddenly we took a hike, and you know what? The kids did it. They overcame their challenges just like we overcame ours.
For my son, it's very challenging to find the camp where he's gonna have fun, and I'm not gonna get worried that he will be well taken care of, and he will find the friends, and he will be in a good atmosphere. But Friendship Circle is the only place who combine everything.
It felt really amazing having Friendship Circle give such specialized attention to the volunteers.
At Friendship Circle, we're more than an organization. We're more than our programs. We're a community. And as a community, we're here to include and meet the needs of every individual who has special needs as best as we can. Because alone, we're special. But together, we're Friendship Circle.